So, hi people, I am Daksh. Uh, I am the founder of Blub World magazine, which basically creates content for teenage students. And
Okay.
we find inspiration in teenagers for teenagers. So, typically,
Okay.
we create content where teenagers inspire other teenagers. So, the reason why we are here all together today is to gather learnings and experiences from you all and share our learnings with you in this time of lockdown. How is education going on in different parts of India? We are trying to
Okay.
get maximum input from people and trying to create a white paper for the industry, which becomes a guiding document in the coming future. Because this is
Okay.
a very special scenario where education has been interrupted and
Mhm.
at the same time disrupted because we have found innovative ways to now continue learning.
Okay.
So during the whole talk, I'll typically give 3 minutes to each of you to tell us one big challenge that you're facing during this time, one big learning that you have seen this time, and one vision that you have got this time that which will change the future. Remember, we need to talk on two aspects: the corona lockdown that's going on right now and how is it affecting school education, and at the same time, the kind of post corona student that we'll get once this time gets over, because that kind of a student will have a very different kind of a mindset, very different kind of looking at things, and very different anxiety and stress levels. So let's hear it from you, all of you, from now. If you see, there's a guy called Divya Purohit in the screen. When I start your time, you can speak, and he
Mhm.
is the timekeeper. He'll, put his hand up and tell you your time's over. So try to, keep your talk to the time limit so that everybody gets a chance to speak, since it's a timed call. So let's start with Dilip Kumarji. So, hello, Dilipji. Welcome to Blub World Web Talks. Let's hear it from you first. Your 3 minutes start now.
Good evening, everybody. And yes, this is a different situation altogether. We never expected such type of situation, and the situation will come. But a lot of good things are there, and some apprehensions are also there. What we are doing, we are not going for the old traditional rote learning sort of things. I feel we are fortunate that students have got quality time to spend with their parent, and they have got time to communicate with the parent, which was missing. So maybe due to nature or compulsion, we have got time to spend some quality time with the parents. But now, what to do? As the title of this summit is Learning Never Stops. There is no lockdown on learning. So what we have done, we have done a few things which I would like to share. I have not given them on set uh, textbook or something, but we are writing. First, we plan, and we are writing stories on a story mirror. So, students, they have been given some guidelines how to develop stories, and diary writing and story writing. So, they write on the content, on the basis of incident, and an idea. So they are also thinking, and it gets published. So they are very happy with this type of story writing competition which is taking place. Then we have also provided all the students two more things. One is Literacy Planet, which has combination of lot of games and activities for the student up to class 9. So we have shared them with their ID. So they go and spend some time playing and enriching their vocabulary and reading and comprehension skills. We also have one more activities, two activities school has shared with all the parents. Is called Mangahai. So Mangahai platform, they do some mathematical games. So these are, though it enriches their communication skills, their mathematical understanding, at the same time, they are also writing and they are painting, and they are sharing through, we all are connected through WhatsApp, web WhatsApp. But at the same time, I'm not in favor of talking something, lecturing them through video class, which is going. I'm very unhappy, and when people talk about that, we will be giving some task, and this task will be taken as part of their internal assignment at later. So we are not coming out from our tunnel vision. We are not ready to come out. So what I want them, let them grow happily. They should be happy. They should be satisfied. And the work, whatever we assign, it should be interesting. Thank you very much. My time is over. Thank you. I could see. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for sharing your technological tools that you're using right now. We would want to even know more about the innovations that you are trying to do as individuals. The products and the technology that you're using is great. Tell us about that and try to add one learning or one vision that you individually have or you think would contribute to education in the coming times. Let's hear it from Krutarth ji now.
Very good afternoon to everybody. I'm totally agree with the Dilip sir has told everything. In this time, I think there is a lots of software are coming that we are ready to use you. We are ready to help you to give you something at the home of your student. But I'm totally agreed with Dilip sir. This is not a time when we want to give or we have to give about the academic guidance. And therefore, two small project we have given to students. It is also not compulsory. The first thing, we ask student to make a WhatsApp group. Actually, it is made by the class teachers only. In that, we have given them task that every student has to write 2 qualities of a teacher which they have liked. It is apart from their content style or a method. And another thing, that 3 friends, about good things about 3 friends they have to write. Same way, we ask them to tell every afternoon after lunch to their parents what today they have learned from the parents. Same way, I have personally requested parents to tell about the student what they like about their child, because it has a 2 aspect why we are giving. We all know that from the many years we all were waiting for this type of time. Yes, it is a sad time. We have to pray and we have to say. But it is obviously we were waiting from the many years, and now we are getting that time. Why we want to force the content based thing, and therefore this thing is given. And another last thing I want to share with you, that we ask every student to write about the school, how they want to see the school when they will come after 1 month or a 14th April, what they want to do in a school. And therefore that connection will be with the school will be there. That 3 things we have given. And as just now you asked personally what you have learned in this. Yes, nothing in one word. I rediscover myself, nothing else. What I was missing, what I have to learn, that only. I rediscover myself, that only I want to tell all of you. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing thoughts. Thank you so much. I think 3 learnings for everybody which we can replicate or even learn is appreciation. There's something called film appreciation. Let's do human appreciation here of the people around us, count their qualities. That, you know, that's a good way to identify the skill and then learn that skill in the coming time. Very good, sir. Thank you very much. Let's hear it from Amarkant Mishra ji now. Krutarth ji, you can mute your audio now.
Sure.
And Amarkant ji, again, try to focus on any learning, any new activity that you're doing, and as an individual, how did this experience change you? Amarkant ji, you'll have to unmute your audio first.
Yes, yes. Good evening, everyone. My point of view is little different than Dilip Kumar sir and Krutarth ji. Actually, we are sending some very innovative worksheet to the parents through WhatsApp broadcast group class-wise. We have developed from not the teachers number we do not share with the parents. What we have done, there is an office number that, and in that number we have created a broadcast group class-wise on which we broadcast worksheet. That worksheet is not copied and pasted from anywhere. It is created by my teachers. Actually, teachers are at home. This is not the holiday for teachers. Teachers work from home. Actually, the first time they are also experiencing that it is work from home, how to do, because teachers hardly have the habit of conducting classes from home. Because teachers have the habit of going to the class, take the chalk and talk to the student. So it's a very new thing for them also to learn, for these students also to experience, and for parents also to know about kind of the faculty this school is having. So my teachers are recording their lecture. They are sending the video through that WhatsApp broadcast group class-wise, followed by the very innovative, very creative worksheet. It is not exam oriented at all. We have already told that we are not going to take any assessment of it. So just enjoy, have the fun learning at home, and some creative writing, some innovative writing, because that writing and reading something we lack somewhere in regular schooling days. That creative writing, we are focusing story writing. The Dilip sir has said very nice thing, and we are also doing it, that story writing, or they are writing their experience, how they, all of them, all their family members, they are together. I'm from Raipur, and there's a very good thing in Raipur, and most of my parents, they stay in a joint family, you know that. And the first time all the family members, they're living together in four wall of their house. So they are writing their experiences about their siblings, about their parents, about their family, even about the food they share. They are learning some household things also. And they are sharing us, they are sharing with us on the same WhatsApp group. They reply also. If they don't have, if they have any problem, if they do not understand any some mathematics worksheet, or in English, if they do not understand anything, they are asking question, and my office is sending back it to the teachers, and teachers are replying again to that to the office number, and office is broadcast. This is what we are engaging them. We have started this last few days only, because anyway March was not the period of study anyway. Anyway, we were planning to start our new academic season on 3rd, because 2nd was holiday. First was anyway we are not starting. So 3rd was our idea for reopening of the school. So anyway, school has not lost its academic session or the time in any way, because exam was over, and the students were on the holidays at home, and they were good. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar Khan. Thank you so much. Thanks for telling us what all you've been doing with your school and the kind of technology that you've been using. Would request again to mute your audio now. Now I'll go to Radha Krishnan ji for his views again. And I would again request her, try to at least tell us one big challenge, one big learning, and one big self-realization. Because this talk is more about knowing you as an educator and what changes or things that you have learned as individuals. Because technology products will come to you, but innovation or what actually works has to come out from you. So try giving us some more insight into the way you are experiencing education right now. Radha Krishnan ji, please.
Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. See, when the lockdown started, could you hear me? Could you hear me? Yeah. When the lockdown started, we were about to start our annual exams. And what happened is we couldn't conduct the annual exam. So we were thinking, how can we assess the students? Because there should be some type of assessment. So we decided to go for online MCQs. Because a descriptive type of questions is impossible. We can't expect how to evaluate it all. So I don't want to mention any particular company over here, but we went for an online exam, especially from 6th to 9th. 1 to 5th we left out. We thought we will take the previous exam scores and all. And for 6th to 9th, we conducted an online exam. So assessment result also naturally comes through the software itself. So in that way, we could complete within a week the annual assessment by using multiple choice questions, which are generated by our question bank software. That is one of the things we have done. Then after that, the next challenge is how we will inform the parents about the result. Right from KG to grade 9, how we will inform the parents. Then that is going to take place within the next 3 to 4 days. So we are going to email all the parents the result sheets. We are not going to call the parents or anything. We will be emailing them the right kind of result sheets to the parents so that we can avoid. That is the one thing. Then coming to their learning during this break, this lockdown, how the children will learn. We are not going to teach any content during this time, because after the annual exam, it comes their summer vacation. We don't want to spoil their summer vacation. So we guided the parents how to inculcate family values in the children, because they have to involve the children in household activities. Because many of our kids nowadays have no idea about how to manage their house or how to manage themselves. So we advise the parents through the parent, by using the parent app and also WhatsApp groups, etc. We have given guidelines to the parents how to guide the children at home in housekeeping, to engage them in housekeeping, and also in preparing the family budget. And also we have taught them at least there should be a round table meeting at home to discuss about the family tradition, culture, the budgeting, how they budget, and how the lockdown is impacting the family. And suppose this lockdown extends, how they are planning to manage it. And also we taught the mothers, especially, that involve them in kitchen activities. Let them use the gas stove. For simple examples I am telling, let them use how to use the gas stove, how to switch it on, switch it off, and also the basic food materials, how it should be prepared, a tea or coffee or something, because these are the things generally we neglect. And also, if street dogs are there, stray dogs or something is there, bird feeding or such type of activities also, children should be involved. Such type of activities only we are focusing now, because that will help them to learn life skills. And also when we coming to the intellectual part, we taught the parents that you have to use the house library. There may be some books in the library, or in the library means in the household library, there may be some books. Or if they don't have books, there are plenty of online media giving free now different kinds of books. So let the children go and select those books and read. And parents also should shut down the TV and mobiles at least for 1 hour and role model in front of the children reading some books or something like that. In that way, a lot of values can be inculcated. So we focus more than intellectual aspect. Now we focus more on their emotional aspect. And even we taught the parents that how you role model, that means how you talk to your parents, that means the children's grandfather, grandmother, etc. will be there, how the parents talk to them. Everywhere you have to modulate and you have to really role model the children, because these things they really miss. That means in a way what I can say is use this lockdown time for family bonding and inculcating family values, because always telling them you study, that won't work. And also there are a lot of exercises school teach them in mass PG time, etc. And do they practice at home? And sometimes the parents also won't be practicing. So we told them that at least half an hour you spend with the children. And along with them, you also take part in those exercises. In that way, we can create a better family environment rather than dumping them again with a lot of syllabus content. That's all I wanted to tell you. And also, when we think of the post scenario, that is post-lockdown scenario, children may be coming to the classroom with different other aspects because they may be using a lot of online content. So whatever we were using prior to lockdown won't be working well with the teachers within the classroom. These are the things. So trying to train the teachers also for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your contribution, sir. Thank you so much. Again, family bonding being the top priority, and then academics coming in at a later stage, and then something different in the class. So let's go over to Girjaji to hear her views now on it. Ma'am, you'll have to unmute your audio first, and you'll have to remove your headphones from the laptop. Otherwise, we won't be able to hear you.
Good evening, everyone. This is Girija Rani here. I am the principal of Sastra International School. I'm speaking from Andhra Pradesh. Glad to meet you all over here on this platform. And as some of you have said, this is a very crucial time for all of us. as we are all waiting, the students are being sent to the schools, and parents are very much depend on the schools, whatever the schools are being taught, what the teacher are going to teach them. That is all what the parents used to be all these days. Like they never concern about what that student is learning, and most of the parents are not concerned or known of what the students are going through at school or something like that. They just look into the marks, grades, and all these things. Now it's a very good time that parent also will get a vision of what the student is learning actually, and we can give a picture of that responsibility even to the parents to take part in the learning of the student. And I would like to a concept of learning from the surroundings, because being at home there are many things to learn from the surroundings. It may be just like noting the water usage of the house, and what is the water footprint of their parents, what is the water footprint of their family, that can be noted. Or there are many other concepts which they can observe from the environment of the houses, and what are the species and all which contribute to the immunity power, what is epidemic, what is pandemic, or what are the reasons for the lockdown right now, what are the things being caused, what is the causes for these situations. Like these are the things we would like to suggest our students to research and make a report on such things. So these are some of the innovative thoughts we shared with our students, because we just winded up with our annual examinations. Ours is an IGCSE board school, and we are supposed to reopen on April 3rd, but unfortunately we couldn't make it. So as the lockdown is being continued up to 14th or something. So we are planning, we have given these all the concepts through WhatsApp or whatever. We are going all these broadcast groups, we are giving all the things. Technology is well used over here, but what we did is we thought something innovative. We made our students to observe the things from their surroundings, take the info from the households, and invest research on those things and make a report over them. That is what we have done. And we are even encouraging our students to make some projects with the household things, like water rafting or whatever it is, like such kind of projects, small simple models of such projects also we are encouraging our students to make. So these are some of the innovative thoughts we inculcated in our curriculum. And we are thinking even to start the online classes, like we are actually scheduled to have the foundation course in the beginning of the academic year before we start the syllabus. So we are planning to send the videos of those foundation course to the students through WhatsApp groups, and we will be sharing some of the worksheets which we can assess the students' performance on the learning of this foundation course. So these are some of the things. It's nice meeting you all here and sharing my thoughts. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Girija ma'am. Something very nice and innovative way, that learning from your surroundings and making the people more aware about where they are and what they are. So to be very frank, a very nice thing to be quoted here. That's typically the practice which goes exactly by the word of knowledge. If you see the meaning of the word knowledge, it gets broken down into two words: knowing your ledge, knowing where you're standing.
Yes.
So that's typically exactly the textbook way of teaching, that getting them an opportunity to knowing their ledge, where are they standing and what are they doing. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your nice thoughts, and I hope there's some more learning into it and people can replicate some ideas from it. Now we have a special speaker for all of you today. We have the current Pro Vice Chancellor for Adamas University, Kolkata, Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary. He has been a very prolific media person in his career, and over a course of time has established a lot of media schools across India. If you remember, there's something called Symbiosis Institute of Mass Communication, SIMC. He's the founding director of SIMC. He was the founding director. He has worked with Subhash Ghai and in operating the Whistling Wood School for Media Studies. He has somebody who has a very good experience in creative careers and school academics, and a blend of academics, media, and creativity. So let's hear it from Professor Ujjwal Chaudhary. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Daksh, for introducing so kindly, and nice to meet everyone online. The only problem is that I have not been in any administrative position in any school ever. I've only been in colleges and universities. So therefore, it was a learning session for me. I was myself wondering, how do you really manage class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 students? I know I can manage my graduation, post-graduation students through Google Class, through Zoom like this as we are doing, and through WebEx, and through Google Spreadsheet. I'm taking attendance through Google Spreadsheet, also through WhatsApp group for a reconfirmation of attendance. We are also giving tasks through a knowledge management system called sharepoint.com. But the point is, how do you manage the children? Because they are not still on Zoom or Google Class. Maybe class 9, 10, 11, 12 can afford to be, but the students of class 1 to 8, how are you managing? I was really intrigued. So my purpose of saying yes to this Zoom session was actually to listen to you. So when Doug said, why don't you start a talk? I said, no, I don't want to. I want to first listen, because now I'm really understand that you can learn values, family values better in such a break. You can learn from your environment in such a break. You can have creative tasks given in such a break. I mean, the way some people some amongst you have upheld the point of view that not academics, but ancillary things should be focused. A lot of good learning I had, and thank you everyone, lady and the gentleman, for telling your perspectives and your experiences. My only fear is this was a time that you would have anyway gone into what you call a vacation, a break, summer break. But suppose, God forbid, we don't want, but suppose this whole period is extended. Suppose it becomes a 3 months, 2 months affair. You cannot avoid academics anymore. So there has to be certain ways of bringing in academics. I do not know how you will do. I have answers very good from class 9 to post-graduation. But the answer for 1 to 8 is more known to you than me. So I would not venture into something that I'm not aware of. But the point is, there are certain situations where it could be extended, 1 point. Second, even if it is not extended, and there are youngsters in home, as you have said, that many of you would love, are giving them e-books or audio books. There is a .com called audible.com, A-U-D-I-B-L-E, audible.com, which is from Amazon. And audible.com has just now made free the first, anyone logging on to Audible, the first 25 or 30 books, I suppose, there is a limit, are free. And this is something that all the kids, you can even, someone from the teachers themselves can select the books and tell them that your parents can log on to this, provided they have access to internet and computer. I'm considering that. So audible.com, it can be done from mobile also, So audible.com is something I wanted to put before you. Second, you are already using WhatsApp very creatively. I have heard that you have made class-wise WhatsApp groups, which is great. So a lot of, because there is a lot of junk that is going on, a lot of false content is going on in the name of the disease and lockdown and everything. So you need to also keep guiding the parents and through them the children about the mental health of the family. They need not look at how many cases are there in India, how many cases in my area, how many cases in US. What the hell is going to be my difference if there is 1 lakh or 1,10,000 in US? And this whole quest of looking at numbers throughout the day is actually negative. It depresses the mind. So kindly, and journalists have to do that, is okay. But every individual doesn't have to. So maybe you can create small messages creatively and send to them about better mental health. So there is, for example, I have got a message where there are 30 poses of yoga. And if you click on each of those poses, the entire video comes out, how you do that pose of yoga, and freehand exercises in yoga, 30 poses. So it's an online gym class, free of cost. So this sort of things are to be shared. I mean, I can share it with Daksh. So this sort of thing can be shared with more and more people and the parents, and urging them, please do it. I mean, the Honorable Prime Minister addressed us Mere Sathiyo before the lockdown, and after the lockdown, it does not become Mere Hathiyo. So please ask everyone to do some exercises. going down the steps and coming up the steps 5 or 6 times, and some freehand exercises, very simple freehand exercises. I can share that video with Daksh and he can share with you. So that is one point, because that's a very significant point. And ask everyone not to be sitting on the table and with the computer for long hours, including people like us. We should maximum 30-40 minutes, and then we should take a walk around. There is a big tour to be done, from the bedroom to the living room to the kitchen to the toilet to the second bedroom to the balcony and come back. There is a big tour. Have an excursion and then come back. Maybe if there is a lawn which is open, so that also can be done. So that's one. For the senior classes, maybe you can see, I think most students at class 9 onwards have their mobile phones, many homes have the laptops. I understand that depends on the place, everything and all, the class of the people. So do I end now, or I'm supposed to speak 7 minutes as told by Daksh? So I continue or end? End, okay. I'll end then very quickly. One, Google Class and Zoom classes can be done for the seniors. That's one. And health and ecology related tasks can be given now, because there's a lot of talk on health and ecology just now, that society will be much more focused on health and ecology after this crisis, even later on. And creative work, please ask them to follow one creative work. Ask them to log on to Khan Academy. Khan Academy gives a lot of courses valuable for the school children at this point of time. That could be something that they can log on to. Please understand, the post-corona student will be much more digitally savvy, including us as well, but the students will be quite savvy because they pick up things faster than us. And therefore, in university, our university and UGC's members are thinking we have 5 days a week. So we might have 4 days a week and 1 day purely digital learning from home and teachers teaching from home. There is a thought going on. This is a parting thought I leave with you. Can we bring down the school hours? Can we bring down the school days to not more than 4 and bring in more practical laboratory exercise, sports, these on the days then they come to school, and pure theoretical classes can be conducted online digitally, at least in the senior classes. With this, I will end, and thank you, Daksh, for introducing all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for those thoughts. So before we end this session, the purpose of this session was to give you some more new ideas that you can use and implement, and to take your learnings for other people who can further learn and implement. So before we end this session, there's something very important and critical that I want to share, and which we'll be talking about in the coming webinars after some days or some weeks. You typically, as an educator and as a leader of these educators, you will have to now isolate the skills that will keep a teacher or an educator relevant in the coming times. Because information delivery or delivering the content or knowledge to a student is no more critical to a teacher. Technology can do that very easily. Videos can do that even more easily. So now what actual skill set does a teacher need, or should he build or work on, so that he stays relevant in the coming times? Because over a course of time, everything that's redundant in our daily days will go off, because technology will take the responsibility. So as humans, there is only 2 or 3 tasks that remain at our hand. Able observation, because that's what we have got. AI does not have observation. Creativity, because that's what we have got. And third, the wisdom to judge what's good and what's bad for you. These 3 things won't ever go to technology. And these 3 things will play a pivotal role in the life of every student and life of every individual. And how do these 3 qualities reach your student? And how do you gauge that they have reached him? That's going to be a big challenge, and a new kind of challenge in the field of education. And it's just food for thought. Keep thinking on it. And if you get some ideas, keep sharing it with us. We'll try to get the maximum new and innovative approaches into the white paper, so it becomes more and more relevant for the other people who access it. So everybody, it's time to conclude. Thank you so much for taking out the time, for being here with us, sharing your thoughts. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, put on your audio and say a big yes, so that we can know that you enjoyed. If you can switch on your audios, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you,
You
Mr.
enjoyed
Daksh.
it?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Enjoyed.
Thank you, people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.